Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latin Nerds Network, where they go over all the shows, documentaries, films released on streaming over the past week. Give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations, as the case may be. At the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out over the next 2 weeks, so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always, it's Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, ready for his football. I'm not sure why, since he has been
Finally won a game.
he finally get off the schneid, so we're
Yay!
gonna credit's due. It has
I'm
not
one
been
and one and nine, one and
it's
eight out of here though.
been an unstellar year thus far. It's early and things can
Not good.
change.
Not good.
But it is, we win some, you lose some, as they say, right? It is what it is. If you're new to the channel, we every Sunday letting you know what's on, because there's always something to watch. Hit the subscription, it's free, the like notification. We're not going to do a show next week, but we're back in 2 weeks. But again, we're going to give you 2 weeks worth of shows.
Will we?
I won't be available next week, and the week after we will.
Are
Yeah.
you sure? Okay. I said
Yeah.
10th. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that's before I leave then. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
But yeah, but that
Well, then,
said, oh, oh, I think you said something. Never mind.
no, I guess hold it.
But let's let's get to it, dude. And we'll start off with a couple of shows returning for new seasons. The first one, Paramount Plus,
Whoa. Slow your roll, dude.
Tulsa
Aliens,
King.
man. That should be top billing right now.
Fine, we can do it. Forget Tulsa King. We're talking about Alien King. How about that?
There you go. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, maybe Alien takes place in Tulsa.
Alien
We just
Queen.
don't know. It's a future version of Tulsa. Fine. But sure, yeah, Aliens in Earth actually just ended its 8 episode run on Hulu FX, and been praising the show for a while. So we got a chance to see it early on since Comic-Con back in July. Nothing's changed in terms of the quality. I've been really enjoying the show, but yeah, it finally ended its run finale. Chew your thoughts on the last episode and quickly on the overall series.
Uh, I mean, overall, I really liked it a lot. I mean, I think we can safely assume the Aliens IP is back finally after a number of duds. And obviously, I actually like
That's
Alien
fair.
Romulus. So I
Yeah,
actually
it was,
came back with
was decent.
Romulus, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Which gave us that original, jump scares and intense moments and what was going to happen and stuff. And then this kind of just expanded beyond that, giving us more, aliens and creatures and the environment and the people involved in this time era of aliens. I'm just a little, I don't know, I'm a little torn by the finale. It
Okay.
didn't feel like a finale. At least not to me, not to what I'm accustomed to, right? Where we get everything wrapped up and okay, yeah, maybe it's a cliffhanger for season two. Clearly, where it's left off, there's plenty of room to run. But I'm not sure if this gave me the ending that I was looking for in terms of giving me something in a nice bow. If this is the end, if there is no season two, we're left with a lot of questions, right? And there's no indication yet that there is a season two yet. And I felt this was kind of shortchanged me in that regard, where it just kind of left too many open questions. Where do we go from here, right? It doesn't. A lot of stuff is unexplained. And it seemed a little rush. I think Noah Hawley's used to doing 10 episode shows with Fargo and some of the other ones that he's done, which I've loved. And this one just there's something missing. I'm not sure quite put my finger on it, but there's something this didn't feel right about this and supposed finale.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be season two. Yeah, I was mixed on the finale. I liked it. But you're right. It seems like I need at least another episode, I think, to kind of put us more in the right direction. But
Yeah.
whatever, it wasn't a bad finale. It was still good. It has a lot of cool stuff in it. I think it left off. Yeah, it's a lot of meat in the bone, so that's a good thing in terms of where it's gonna go. Well, who knows, right?
I think one thing that bothers me is we're getting stormtrooper esque level of shooting here, man. Nobody. I mean, it's one xenomorph, and not a single damn person can hit one bullet to this thing. Not one, dude.
Xenomorph is no joke, dude. I'm just saying, dude.
Oh, stop it, dude. Stop it.
This isn't Cobra Commander, their Destro, man. It's just a xenomorph, dude.
GI Joe
Just
level
saying, it's just
of armed forces.
this is a different level. It's extraterrestrial, if you will. So I'll let it go. Um, but no, it's really good. It was really well done, yeah, for sure. Really well put together. Really enjoyed it. So I'm looking for. Hopefully, I'm sure it's season two. I mean,
Well,
I'm making
again,
that
I mean,
assumption,
obviously,
but
there's
go
only, I
ahead.
mean, obviously, in the grand scheme of the aliens universes, they can't do mass whole changes, right, to the lore, right? I mean, you
Sure.
have Alien and Aliens, but kind of established it. The 3 and 4, I can toss away, and this one kind of put Prometheus and Covenant, I guess, almost taking them out of canon in some respect. I mean, you could probably explain it a little bit as far as the goo and all that stuff, but it really, I mean, if you weren't to see, if you would look at this, you would say that those movies don't fit and how explaining how aliens came about. It really doesn't, right? I mean, it just isn't. The
And
math doesn't add up.
no one's feelings will get hurt if
No,
they
no, 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 no,
retcon
no,
any of those
absolutely
last two
not.
movies.
But
So
they were there. If they start making changes
whatever.
to this, I mean, if they do something here where this changes Alien altogether, then okay, well, that's
No,
not cool. I mean,
of course. But yeah, agree. But they didn't do that. So I think they only added to the lore in terms of not just the alien, but other creatures, which the goat
I
was
mean,
the star of
the
the show.
Venus flytrap one. Finally,
Um,
we've got to see what that
I
was
finally get to
about.
see
I
what that
was,
does. Yeah,
I,
so that
and
was
again, why is she just standing there, dude? Raise up your gun. You got your gun down.
again,
You're
dude.
looking at it. I
If
mean, you're freaking out. Hello.
It's not the Baroness up there, dude. It's not the
I,
chameleon guy in GI Joe. This is talking about Venus flytraps at a different level,
I mean, Yeoman
extraterrestrial
Johnson, dude.
horror.
Red shirts, man. I mean, come
Yeah,
on,
someone's
come.
gotta go, dude. I'm just saying, dude. But yeah, I'm hopefully we'll be looking forward to a new season for sure.
Yeah, I hope so because
Yeah,
I think obviously they didn't kill off the main characters.
right.
So
The new
Boy
players are still in
K,
place.
the
Yeah,
aliens, Harold, all of them are still in place. Yeah.
they're still there for
Um,
sure. So yeah, for
for
sure.
whatever reason, obviously we know that Utani's on his way, but what
Right,
happens
of
after that,
course.
we'll see.
So yeah, so if you had any kinship to the Alien franchise, this is a must watch for you for sure, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Now, let's take a trip back to Tulsa, where
Okay.
nobody really wants to go, and neither does Stallone's character in the beginning, but he made the best of it, and he's making best of it in the third season, right? Season three, I don't know, 3, 4, whatever they're in, I don't remember. We enjoyed the show. Him as gangster, kind of building his own little family, if you will, quote unquote, there dealing with the other families and all that. Yeah, so it dropped 21 episode. So far, so good, right? Consistent with the rest. I like where it's going now. Him having to work for the man, if you will, potentially.
A little bit.
Setting up the new players, of course. No one to be trifled with. So I enjoyed it. It's a cool show. Paramount. If there's no reason not to continue watching if you're a fan of it before. Chewy.
I mean, it's another Tyler Sheridan production, right? So you know what you're gonna get. Good
Yes.
quality TV, good action, good story, good characters. So this just continues that. It's always good to see Frank Grillo working, right? He's busy with Peacemaker.
He's eating.
Right?
He's eating a lot.
I mean, he's like peppering projects
No,
throughout his whole career, but they're
he's
there. They pop up. You see them.
currently, the Superman movie and 2 shows. He's doing
Yeah.
just fine
He's-
these days. So he's doing just fine. So yeah, it's an enjoyable show, of course. I'm
yeah.
continuing to watch it,
No,
no doubt.
and it's good,
Oh,
right? It's a
good
good
show.
show, though,
This
right
is
overall.
definitely a good show. It's a fun show. The next one entering yet another season. This one, season 5 on Apple Plus. We've been big fans of the show. Slow Horses, of course. Gary Oldman leading his team of misfit MI 5, 6, whatever MI it is number. I don't know. Solving different terrorist group or whatever. This one kind of picking off what the last season kind of went off. True, your thoughts on the first 2 episodes, right? That dropped on Apple
No, I didn't
Plus.
drop one episode.
Oh, one you dropped one. I thought. Oh, you're
Yeah,
right. It
we
was
didn't
only
drop
one.
one.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because
Yeah, only
these are
one. Yeah.
short seasons. This is only six
Correct. Yeah.
episode seasons.
Yeah. Right. I'm going back and
Um,
watch the last one to kind of catch up. That's why I got the
yeah,
2 episodes.
I think
Yeah.
that's what we did. Which,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of. I mean, obviously, I remember enough. I mean,
Refresh.
last
Yeah.
season we had Agent Smith, so good to see him, always working.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
but no, man, this obviously this is all sequential, so it picks up a little bit after the events of the last season. Obviously, last season one of the agents died, sacrificed himself, and he found some other secrets, and so now there's a couple new team members, as always, right? You bring people in.
Of course.
But they're still dealing with the aftermath of and I guess PTSD of the events, right, and what's going on, and one of the agents now like ultra paranoid about everyone anything is trying out to get them some way somehow, right? Um, but so it picks up off of that. We get a new incident, a new terrorist incident, right? Mass
Of
shooting.
course.
But then we're introduced to someone always takes out the patsy. He's always the patsy, right? The shooter's always the patsy, and he's taken out, right? And so that's when the mystery begins. But then we proceed where the person, one of the guys, the IT, I'll call him the IT guy, right?
Yeah.
But I has a hot girlfriend, and she's not what she appears to be. Obviously, I mean, I was kind of obvious, I think. But this follows a formula, and it's a great formula. I mean, this is based on a
Mhm.
series of books. It's short, it's concise, gets to the point. There is a lot of filler in these episodes, and it's go go go. And I think that's one of the things we enjoy about this so much, right? It's a good story, but it doesn't muck around with unnecessary plot lines or stories or
Yeah.
episodes. It just goes.
Yeah, and Gary Oldman steals the show half the time. So,
Always, man, always.
so 80% of the time. So yeah, it's
The
a cool
fearless
show.
leader.
Yeah, if you like good, kind of your spy thrillers, this is definitely one you should be watching
Oh yeah,
on Paramount
absolutely.
Plus.
Spy thriller,
Although it is hard to go
intrigue.
back and watch 4 seasons, but I mean, they're short. They're like 5, 6 episodes generally, so they're not
Yeah,
really like
most of them
long
have been six. I
seasons.
mean, they all have been six, and they
Six,
go
right?
it goes quick.
So
Yeah,
it's easier to catch on, but
and it's
I
just, it's just
I get
only
it.
greenlit. I think before even they finished four, they'd already had five in the can, and were
Right.
shooting season six.
Season 6,
So
correct.
I mean, this is continuing on. It's based on a series of books, so there's a lot of material there.
Okay, for sure. The next one that's come back in season 2, and that's the English teacher on Hulu. Supposed to drop 2 episodes, but it dropped all the
Three.
episodes apparently.
They dropped three. I mean, this is weird job. They dropped three now, three next week, and then the
No, no,
last two the week after.
the all available.
Oh, already?
Because I saw 4, and then I could click on the fifth and sixth one if I wanted to. And the date says 2 weeks or whatever, but and
Yeah,
it
because
said
I know I dropped three, and I
and
watched it three. I didn't
it
realize the other
says
three.
right. It says upcoming, but
Mhm.
you can click on it, and at least for me, I'm using the
Oh,
old
well, that's
Hulu.
weird. Yeah, what that? I think that's a mistake. I think
I'm
it's only
using the
supposed to
old. Yeah,
drop.
it could very well be. I'm using the old
Yeah, because
the
this
old
this is
Hulu
actually
app.
this is only drop it on FX. So usually they wait till it's on FX before they drop it on Hulu.
Correct, but they're all there.
Well, you got lucky then.
So I don't know. Like, I'm using the old app, so maybe that's why. But
Yeah,
nonetheless, 2, 3, whatever. It's a comedy, 20 some minutes short. Obviously you got a young teacher who navigating, of course, his job is educating the young students who are definitely a different wavelength than he is, and who he grew up. And the rest of the faculty, of course, get into hijinks. It's a funny show. It's a light show. It's an easy show to watch. He is Colombian, so we support our brethren. Um, he's
that's right.
blonde.
He is. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's a
I forgot
Colombian
about
blonde.
that.
So yeah. So a couple as an episode, I
You
think about
look at him,
months
you
ago.
couldn't tell,
You
but
couldn't
he
tell. He
is.
doesn't look it, but he is.
He can
This is
pass.
it's
He
a fun
can
show.
pass to one of them, dude.
Yeah, he passes the man. So
Ice is
he's
not
a
gonna pull. Ice is not gonna pull him over.
he's a mole, if you will. We'll take it. Listen, it's a fun show. It's an entertaining show. It's not great, but it's funny. Again, if you look at good comedy on Hulu, this one works. It tracks, and definitely is very topical. A lot of stuff that he touches on. So I'm enjoying it. Enjoy your thoughts.
Oh, it's very light, right? It's got its moments. It's a little weird. I mean, portrayal of the modern high school setting.
Yeah, I mean, it's
To
playing
be,
it's playing a lot of tropes and stereotypes that we see, and kind of just leaning
I
into it.
mean, I
Yeah,
think beyond stereotypes. I
yeah.
think they exaggerate some of the things with the
Well, of course,
students.
that's what I'm
At
saying.
least from what I can see, I went to high
Yeah.
school. And like that, this stuff
It
doesn't
leans
happen.
in a lot, but there are students
But
like
it's still, but
thought
it's
process like
part of the
that.
humor, right? It's part of the funny because
Mhm.
the teachers are caricatures essentially, except for
Yeah,
him. But the other
yeah,
his friends are essentially caricatures and
yeah.
exaggerating
Mhm.
particular personas of teachers and faculty. The principal obviously falls into that as well. So,
Yeah,
but it's
for
still
sure.
pretty
Yeah,
funny.
for sure. The originals this week. We're gonna talk about 4 of them. First one, the Lowdown. This is on FX, Hulu, whatever. Dropping 2 episodes, weekly releases. Of course, Ethan Hawke. In this one, he is interesting character. I forget what isn't this take place in Oklahoma too? I think so.
And Tulsa, actually, as a
In
matter of
Tulsa.
fact.
Oh, okay, yeah. And they should cross over.
What is it with Tulsa, man? Oklahoma, of all places, man. Jesus.
So these are the doors Stallone opens. It is what it is, man. You open the door, you walk through it. But he is kind of a truth seeker if you will. I forgot the word, the term that he
Well, I
used.
mean, he's a true secret, but he's basically an investigative reporter,
He's a
sort
report,
of,
but sort of right.
without working for a newspaper, essentially, right?
Right, independent. He's obviously sink to a dive. I think someone killed himself from one of the big families there. That maybe doing some shady stuff, and he kind of stumbles into that case, and he's biting off more than he can chew. Essentially, is kind of what's going on. Drew, your thoughts on the first couple episodes? This one got some really good praise, I guess.
I
Leading
liked
into
it,
it.
man. I like it. It's interesting. It's different. It's definitely different, right? I mean, I guess you could put this in the murder mystery category because he's trying to uncover
Yeah,
what's
fair.
going on, right? Yeah, because spoiler alert, the guy who off himself leaves them a letter and some clues, right? Give him what the truth is, right? He killed himself, but he left a letter for him to find, and I guess the way he hit it, he suspected he'd be able to kind of figure out where the clue was, and so that letter leads him down another rabbit hole of what's going on. But obviously, he's dealing with families that have done some shady things, to say the least. And obviously, I think in the first intro we see him, he really lays into them as far as some of the things they steal and how they're being portrayed. And these are not good people to hang around with. So it's obviously that kind of lays the groundwork as far as who he's dealing with and the people involved in this mystery. But it's actually he's very good in this show, and I've enjoyed the 2 episodes so far.
Yeah, it's good. I like him. I like the character. It's definitely interesting, and he talks really good. Keith David in this, of course.
Yeah, of course, the
Um,
famous
famous
the
Keith David.
Hollywood apparently Hollywood star recent
Recent Hollywood
recipient,
star getting some respect. So, but it's good.
the
It's good. Enjoy.
president
It's a
in
good
Rick and
show.
Morty.
The Rick and Morty, absolutely. Listen, it's a cool show. I like the character. I think he carries the show. I don't think it's great. I don't think it deserves the praise it's getting. Honestly, for me, but it's still good. I'm enjoying it. I'm still liking it. So it's a recommend definitely on FX if you like kind of a murder mystery kind of thing. This is might be up your alley. The next one here, Wayward. This one here is a Netflix show, limited series, 8 episodes. Tony Collette, she plays, I guess, the head of a reform school, if you will, in a small town. Trying to get kids straight, but
I mean, in
her methods,
quotations, right?
in quotations,
This is
right?
like akin to
Reform
some of these
school.
behavioral modification camps, school things that have popped up in the last decade or 20 years, and basically most of them are shit, but whatever.
Yeah, and her methods are unusual, are very cult-like, cult-ish, and it's ties to the town that it's in, and there's a couple that moves in there. The wife who went to the school when she was younger, and then her husband or whatever, boyfriend, whatever he is,
I
he's a
swear to God,
cop.
I thought that guy was a woman. I was like, oh shit, that is a guy.
It's a guy. I think he's trans, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is that one? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
something,
Yeah, because they
very.
do mention about transition in there, talking about that in there.
Oh, okay, so because I
Yeah,
wasn't sure if it was
yeah,
or not. And it was a little confusing because I was like, is that? At first, I was like, is that a woman?
right.
And then he puts on uniform and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe it is. I
No, it
wasn't.
is a transition. Like, they talk about it on the show, like really briefly on the show, really briefly.
Okay.
But obviously, he's kind of get caught investigating what's going on with a couple of girls who get sent to that school. So, Drew, your thoughts on this one?
I like it. At first, I was confused. I thought this was like the wife was the blonde girl they introduced because they do like they set the
Oh,
setting in
gotcha. Yeah,
2003, and I thought
right.
okay it's a flashback of some kind, right?
Mm.
And then it's not. I'm like, oh, okay, whoops, never mind. So I was a little confused about that, but no, I mean it's a good mystery, good show, limited series if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah.
But I think the pacing's good. The Colette, I can't remember the character, the head of the
The
school
school. Mhm.
is very unique, very strange, very like when she comes into the family and wants to hug everybody and do all these things. And obviously, there's something going on there. That's why I thought it was the original shot was a flashback. I thought it was the same blonde girl that they introduced at first, but I'm enjoying it so far. I've only caught 2 or 3 episodes so far.
Yeah, I think I've seen four. It's a good show. It's an interesting show. Again, not great, but solid. Like the mystery in the school, what's going on. This is obviously interesting. It's actually a little bit different than I thought it was going to be, focusing on a couple of the girls that are in the school.
Mm.
When it gets sent up by the parents, kind of breaks in, trying to break her out. She kind of gets stuck there. But it's solid. It's well done. Tony Collette's really good. There's a little creepiness to it, so it's an interesting show. Again, unlimited on Netflix. The next one here, I thought I wasn't gonna watch it, but I did because thanks to Apple Plus, I forgot to mention that The Savant was delayed in its
And
release.
definitely, yeah.
And
So,
definitely. So fair enough. So it gave me the extra time. So I put this one on Cocaine Quarterback. It's some 3-part doc series on Prime. Wild story about what's this guy, Owen something? I forget his name. Who was
wild does not begin to
I mean,
describe
it's crazy. This
this
should be like
guy, dude.
a movie or whatever. So he's a character. He goes to USC on volleyball
Woo, right on.
scholarship, whatever, and then he's struggling in volleyball, so he started taking some drugs, getting himself pumped up. He had to be more physically adept to play the sport, according to his coaches, and somehow ends up walking on to the USC team back in 2002, 3 when they
I mean,
were
this is at the 2000s heyday of USC,
yeah,
the Carson Palmer, Reggie Bush era.
yeah, and the
I mean,
national champs, best
yeah.
team, all that, etc. So he actually he didn't play, but we walked on, and made a lot of connections and friends, of course, to the team. And he, decided, well, I guess after football ended, he kind of got into the drug game, right? Via cartel, connections to the cartel.
Well,
so
I mean,
to
we're
speak.
kind of shortchanging it. He started with some real estate, then that crashed. Then he started doing some
Yeah.
other things,
He was a hustler.
sports betting. I mean, so he progressively got into different things, shady and shady, until he finally found a way to be a drug runner, essentially. However that happens.
And it happened in Australia of all places.
Yeah.
And then obviously things went sour. I guess when he laundering money with some guy with Robin, was it Robin Hood 707, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
702. Robert 702.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who was just a gambler in Vegas
Who is another character in
he's
itself.
a character in itself. Yeah, he was gambling and then giving money to those who charitable contributions
Well,
to families.
well,
supposedly, presumably.
He did it a couple times, but the other time, some shady shit going on.
Right, of course, but he gained a lot of notoriety. I didn't know who he was until I saw this documentary. But listen, it's a wild documentary. It's a crazy story. It really is. You can't write this stuff. Even and he speaks to the main guy who's currently in jail, so he got busted.
No, he's in a halfway house. He's gonna get released.
Oh, it's a halfway. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I think in 24 he got transferred to a halfway house because he turned states for the Australian government for some of his cohorts there with some lawyers, some other shysters and whatnot. Like I said, this is a wild story,
It
and
is
I think was due to get released finally sometime. I think looked at, but again, he was released. He was released this year, so I think he's out.
Yeah, and it's a fun story and it's told very very well.
Oh man, it's told great, man. I mean,
it's a good one. It's definitely a really good watch. You like good documentaries, and it's not your typical documentary, so I'm highly recommending it.
no, 3 episodes, but it's a fun watch. I mean, just this guy, the life that how he progressed. I mean, he literally came from nothing. Somehow got into the football team, and then after that, just was looking for the next high, right? But not necessarily trying to go down the path of doing something illegal, right? He tried to do stuff legal, and then just by chance, he just and then by him getting into the drug game, it wasn't like that was his goal, because he was actually he found a way to help him launder money, right? Some way, somehow, and it was trying to, and then progress to bigger and worse things.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating story. Last one here, we're having some audio issues, so apologies with that with the connection. So last one here is the House of Guiness that we'll talk about. 8-part series on Netflix. This one is based on true events, but I heard it's very loosely based on true events. Focusing, of course.
Well, there's even a disclaimer. This is fiction inspired by true events. So
right. Of course, which is I read some stuff. It's nothing kind of close to what really happened, but nonetheless, late 1800s. Of course, the Guinness Empire being built over in Dublin, if I'm not mistaken. Amidst a lot of turmoil with the British reign. There's always the British involved in everything. Stupid UK.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main the founder died, and he left everything to the kids and the 4 brothers, and who were trying to kind of sift through who's taking over, and et cetera, et cetera. A lot of opposition to them. They're gonna want to go to the States. Chu, your thoughts on this one?
I'm enjoying this, right? And I was kind of curious to how much of this is actually true. Sounds like not much. Much you describe, except for the father dying, and maybe that's why. But
right.
There's a lot of elements involved. Obviously, this is at the time that Ireland was trying to gain independence from the British Empire, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those characters, there's these guys, because obviously it was all infighting between Protestants and Catholics, right? Which kind of we saw this in another documentary, another show this year with the Northern Ireland unrest. And so this has always spanned hundreds of years and discourse and what's going on. They bring in that element, bring in obviously them trying to expand the empire, the beer empire to the U.S., right? Because obviously for them that's an untapped market, and so there's a lot of moving pieces going on. But I'm enjoying it, right? There's a lot of intrigue, a lot of machinations happening between infighting the family. Obviously, when we deal with a head of the family dying, who gets what, right? Everyone wants a piece of the pie, and so there's a lot of that going on. But it's very very interesting the way they portrayed. They presented where it could be mostly true. Obviously, it's probably not true, but still, it's still an interesting watch.
Yeah, I'm not as high. I'm not as high on this one. Okay, I keep hearing comparisons to Succession, Meaty Blinders, and it's nothing. To be honest with you,
I mean, yeah, no, I think that's an apt description in the sense that the Succession piece.
at the bare essence of the show in terms of.
This is a big fortune that these guys had, and in the late 1860s. I mean, 100 going to scoff at, right?
No,
it's not $1 billion, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Peaky Blinders piece comes in with the guy doing the day to day of the brewery, right? That guy, and
I mean, there's 100 shows you can name that take place in time. When you bring up Peaky Blinders, it's because
Peaky Blinders is so good.
But it's because the show reminds you of Peaky Blinders, and not just because it takes place in the 1800s.
Yeah,
because the actual tone of the show and all that.
No, yeah, exactly.
So
the gangster,
right? The element of it, and
the British gangster.
Even Succession, the show accomplished. This is nothing. It's a different show, but that said, it doesn't get one of those in any stretch. Any of the characters to be me. I'll probably consider watching it, but I don't know. I wasn't as high on this one, to be honest with you. Next week, we'll run through these really quickly as far as this coming out over the next couple weeks. And again, this issues with the show, so my apologies on that one. On the 30th, there's only 3 things next week, so it's an easy week for you to catch up on a lot of your stuff. Nightmares of Nature is kind of a nature show on Netflix, focused on some of the predators from the predators' perspective. We got on the 30th, this one I'm looking forward to. It's got a lot of good praise, and that's Chad Powers. Of course, Glenn Powell stars in this one. He's a ex-football player who tries to go back into football by pretending to be somebody else.
So he pulls the Eli Manning skit that came out years ago.
Yeah,
where he put makeup stuff to pretend he was just a normal college person. But here obviously they take it beyond where he's actually trying to make it.
Yeah, so it looks funny. I'm a big fan of Glenn Powell. He's been eating a lot, and he should. So looking forward to that. And then the Monster series, another show. The Ed Gein, if I'm saying the right story. This one, we saw Jeffrey Dahmer, we saw the Menendez brothers. So the next one here, this is kind of an OG serial killer back in the day, which all the serial killers are measured against. This one looks really good. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. So
this one stars
I forget the guy's name, but
the guy from Sons of Anarchy, right?
Charlie Hunnam.
Thank you. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam.
A little bit different than we see him in, so I'm looking forward to this one. Again, these shows, the monster shows, have been really good. So hopefully that continues. The week after, which we're talking about these shows, it's a much bigger week. Starting, of course, with True Haunting on October 7th. This is a docu-series.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, Halloween around the corner. James Wan's producing this one, of course, from Conjuring series and others. Retelling these potential horror stories and ghost stories and what have you, with some dramatization and for the actual folks who lived through them. It's interesting. On the 8th, we got Nero the Assassin. This one here, I think it's a Spanish show. I think.
No, it's an Italian show.
Italian show.
Scusi.
It's a hit or miss with Italian, but he's an assassin who's protecting his daughter, and he's being sought after by other evil forces. But he's an assassin.
Obviously, you have to say it's in the 1500s. You say it's not modern. This is
correct. Yeah, it's back day. And the evil people are after him, I guess, which makes it kind of funny because he's an assassin, so he's not the evil person himself. Whatever. But that said, it could be interesting. Depends on the action. Boots is the next one here on Netflix on the 9th. This is again another foreign show. Young trouble kid
Is it?
who went. Yeah, yes, it's from what I understand. I think.
Okay.
There's a couple of format could be mixed up, but
I don't think this. I don't think this one. This is the one that take about two recruits. One's gay in the army. I think not sure they joined the Marines or the army.
This is the Marines, and from
Okay.
what I read, I didn't get to see a trailer. Oh, I saw a little bit. It was subtitled using the subtitle. Usually means
Oh, okay.
it's
Maybe. Okay,
foreign.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
But I mean, but could be wrong. But yeah, I see he joins the Marine. I think it's the Marines, and obviously, going through, his relationship with the people within his corps, I guess. So it could be interesting. Again on Netflix. On the 10th, we got Apple coming back with a kind of reality cooking show, Knife Edge. Chasing Michelin stars.
Yes.
So nothing wrong with a good cooking show here and there. We all gotta eat.
Yeah.
We got on Apple same day, The Last Frontier. This one here, interesting show. We got
Unless it gets delayed. Just kidding.
maybe there's a plane crash between now and then. Maybe it will. But, if not, hopefully not. Show will continue. We got I guess plane full of convicts crashes in Alaska. And we got
Con Air?
the marshal, Con Air-esque, maybe not that vibe, but definitely there's a marshal
No.
investigating.
No. Nick Cage.
I mean, there's Cyrus the Virus is in
No,
this one.
Jerry Bruckheimer treatment.
Diamond Dog's not here, and
No
Steve Buscemi's
Machete.
character. Machete. Juanito 24, I think was the guy's name. Why I know these characters, I don't know, but I do. Is what it is. But yeah, so this is Apple. This could be interesting. And then on the 10th, we got The Woman in Cabin 10. This is Keira Knightley.
Yes.
It's a movie starring. She's a journalist who I guess saw someone went thrown overboard. I guess or someone's missing.
Yeah, she sees something, right?
And she does see something. Yeah, she's investigating, and no one believes her, kind of deal.
Yeah.
One of those things. So it's interesting. Like Keira Knightley's is her second thing on Netflix after her show, The Spy Show, which I kind of enjoyed. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, it was a
That was
good spy show. Yeah.
Yeah, a few months ago. So a lot of stuff we'll be talking about in a couple weeks. So that said, feel free to join us here every Sunday. Enjoy your football. Enjoy some of these shows. And we'll see you guys